So good morning, everyone. My name's Tash. As you can see, I'm not Peter. He's feeling a bit unwell today, so I'm just covering for him this morning. Um, I am going to take you through a morning practice that's going to start a little bit slower with some pranayama and then we'll move on to some more dynamic movement. But please, as always, take this practice as your own and feel free to modify as feels good in your own body. I'd like to acknowledge that we are on the unceded land here and that we are doing this ancient practice of yoga and all the history that comes with it. So take your time. We're going to start in a seated position, sitting on a blanket, legs crossed, or however you like to sit. And let's start with the eyes open, looking at a space in front of you. Soften the gaze, soften the face, soften the eyes. Consciously soften the muscles of the body, the shoulders. And in your own time, gently close your eyes. Becoming aware of how you are seated on the ground. Feeling the spine traveling up from the base all the way to the crown of the head as you sit a little taller. The spine stacking, shoulders relaxing. Just take this moment of quiet to be with your breath. Noticing the rhythm of each inhale and each exhale. Perhaps feeling the breath beyond the lungs, radiating out into the body. Our intention today, the intention of presence, of being here now with the breath and the body. Start this practice with the sounding of the mantra Om. So deep breath in to exhale. Inhale to Om one time. So we're going to take some Nadi Shodhana, some alternate nostril breathing. So take your right hand and curl the index finger and middle finger to the palm. And then the right hand thumb closes the right nostril and the right hand ring finger closes the left nostril. Try and keep your elbow in towards the body, back of the neck, nice and long. Eyes can close. Gently close the right nostril. Inhale, left. Close both. Retain the breath. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Close both. Retain the breath. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Close both nostrils. Retain. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Close both. Retain. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Left. Close both. Retain. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Close both. Retain the breath. Exhale, left. Do one last round on your own, following the breath as you breathe. Gently release the hand when you're done. Allow the breath to return to natural. Come back to your breath, the inhales and the exhales. Throughout this practice, you have the option to take Ujjayi Pranayama or to just lengthen the breath in and out as you please. You can keep your eyes closed here if you like. Gently let the right ear fall to the right shoulder. You can move the neck, the head backwards and forwards a little bit if that feels good. Still breathing. As you exhale, gently roll the head through the center, chin to chest. And then as you inhale to the left side. And again, you can move the head backwards and forwards if that feels good. Next exhale, gently rolling the head to center. Keep the chin tucked to the chest. Breathe into the back of the neck. Take an inhalation. Bring the head back to the center. When you're ready, gently coming onto your all fours position. Spreading the hands, option to tuck the toes here if that feels good. And just gently swaying backwards and forwards to warm up the wrists. Inhaling as you move forwards, exhaling as you sit backwards. And gently come back to neutral. Take an inhalation, drop the belly, look forwards. As you exhale, round through the spine, press into the hands. Inhale, slowly moving the spine forwards. Option to have the eyes closed. Exhale, rounding the spine. Take 3 more like this in your own time, moving the body with the breath. When you're ready, coming back to that neutral spine. Take an exhalation, sit your hips slowly down to your heels. Allow the forehead to rest on the ground or on your hands. Deep breath into the back. Deep exhalation. And take 2 more breaths like this, releasing tension in the shoulders, the hips, the forehead. As you inhale, gently come back into your all fours position. And then tuck your toes and lift your knees up for a high plank position. Really pressing through the earth here, finding that strength in the core as you breathe. For 3, for 2, and 1. As you exhale, knees come down, slowly chest comes through the arms. Inhalation, curl through the spine, a little or a lot. Exhale, sit your way back into a child's pose and take a breath. Forehead to the floor, to the block, or to your hands. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, round the spine slowly forwards and come back into that plank pose, knees off of the floor. Deep breath in here. Exhale, knees to the ground, chest slowly comes to the floor, elbows stay in. Inhale, lift the chest a little or a lot. Exhale, sitting back into child's pose. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale, rounding forwards. Back into your plank pose. Take a breath. Pressing the earth. Exhale, knees and chest slowly through the arms. Inhale, lifting the chest gently. Exhale, seat comes all the way back. Take a breath. Take 1 more like this in your own time. We'll meet back in child's pose when you're ready. Take a moment in this stillness between the movement. Come back to your breath. Next inhalation, come forwards. This time toes tucked, hips lift to the sky, downward facing dog. Knees can be bent a little or a lot here. As you press the earth away, hips lift skywards. Your choice now. Stay in stillness or alternately bend each knee as we stay here for 5 breaths. Last breath in and last breath out. Slowly begin to walk your feet gently towards your hands, keeping the knees bent until you arrive at the top of your mat. And take a gentle forward fold. Option to keep the hands on the ground, swaying side to side. Breathing into the back. It might feel good to bring the hands to the back of the neck or the ears to lengthen the cervical spine. And gently tuck your chin into your chest and round all the way up to standing, slowly moving vertebrae by vertebrae. Finding your way into Tadasana. So having your feet together or hips distance apart, your choice. Let's lift all 10 of the toes off of the ground and press the 4 corners of the feet into the floor. And then gently spread your toes wide in the air and place them back down as if on tracing paper. Bend your knees, shoulders roll back, thighs are engaged. The crown of the head lifts up towards the sky. Take 3 breaths here. Option to close your eyes. Feeling the energy pressing down from the feet all the way up to the top of your head. Take an inhalation and reach the arms towards the sky. As you exhale, folding gently forwards, take your time, bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhalation, hands to shins, looking forwards, extending the spine. Exhale, rebend the knees, folding forwards, let it go. Inhale, heart lifts, 2 more times. Exhale, folding over the legs. Last one. Inhale, reach the heart forwards, extending the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, find your forward fold. And let's step that right foot all the way back, right knee to the earth. Plant the left foot on the floor and come up into a lunge. Find your hands at your heart center. Option to stay here or inhale to reach the arms towards the sky. Palms may separate. Find your breath, find a point to gaze at. Feel the energy in your fingertips. Last breath in. Exhale slowly, hands frame the front foot. Take a step back into plank pose. Your choice now, knees to the floor or come straight down onto the belly slowly. As you inhale, find a back bend, reaching the heart. As you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips skywards to downward facing dog. Taking 3 full breaths here. Feeling the breath in the body. Last breath in. And last breath out. As you inhale, step that right foot forwards and bring the left knee to the ground. Untuck the back toes again, come up, hands to the heart center. Maybe the hands reach up, feeling the energy in your fingertips. Breathing here. Last breath in. As you exhale, hands frame the front foot, step forwards this time. Take an inhalation, reach the heart forwards. As you exhale, folding gently over the legs. Rounding yourself all the way up to standing vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time. Find your way back into mountain pose. Option to close the eyes, take a breath. As you inhale, reaching up, option look up. As you exhale, folding slowly forwards, there is no rush. Inhale, reaching the heart forwards. As you exhale, this time left foot steps back, left knee to the earth. Inhale, let's go for it. Reaching the arms up, one breath, one movement. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Step back into plank pose. Lower the knees or come straight down to the belly as you breathe out. A slow inhale lifts the chest. And as you exhale, in your own time, downward facing dog. One breath here. Inhale, stepping that left foot forwards, right knee to the earth, rising up as you breathe in. As you exhale, hands frame the front foot, step forwards. Inhaling, heart lifts. Exhaling, folding over the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, lift up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to the sides. Find stillness between the movement. Take a breath. Let's take a Surya A. As you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, fold forwards. Take your time. Inhalation lifts the heart, perhaps fingertips on the ground. As you exhale, step back to plank pose. Lower the knees or come into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale finds your upward facing or cobra. Exhale, sweep the hips up and back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Let the gaze settle. Feel the strength of your hands plugging into the ground. Next inhalation, bend the knees, look forwards. Take a step or a jump to get to the top of your mat. As you inhale, lift through the heart. As you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, press the feet, reach up, rise up, look up. Exhale, hands to the sides. Take a breath. As you inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, folding forwards, take your time. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, plank pose. Lower the knees or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, hips lift to the sky, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here this time. Gently bend the knees, look forwards, take a step or a jump. As you inhale, heart lifts. As you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to the sides. Take a breath, find some stillness. Plug the big toes together now. Take your hands to your heart center. As you exhale, sit the hips down into Utkatasana chair pose. See how low you can go. Shrug the shoulders back. Options stay here or to reach the arms up to the sky. See if you can sit a little bit deeper, squeezing the knees, squeezing the thighs. Maybe your gaze travels up if that feels okay on the neck. Find the breath. Feel the body. One more inhale. As you exhale, fold slowly over the legs. Inhale into lifting the heart. Exhale, step back again to your plank pose. Lower the knees or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift to the sky. As you inhale, step your right foot forwards. Turn your left foot out behind you, warrior one legs. Rise up. And before adding the arms, check your stance, hips facing forwards. Back heel can always be off the ground if this doesn't work for you. Bring the hands again to the heart center. Option to stay here. As you press the feet into the floor, maybe the arms lift up towards the sky. Feel the feet on the ground and breathe. 3 more breaths here. As you exhale, hands through heart center, frame the front foot. Step back into plank pose. Let's take a breath here. Strong hands, strong legs. Exhale, find your way to the ground, chaturanga or knees. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift to the sky, pressing into the hands. Take a breath. Next inhalation, left foot steps forwards, right foot turns out behind you. Come up, warrior one legs. Take a moment to check your alignment, front knee bent, hips facing forwards like traffic lights. Hands to the heart center. Stay here. Or if you like, reaching the arms up to the sky, energy in the fingertips. If you feel comfortable here, maybe the eyes close, turning the gaze inwards. Taking 3 more breaths. As you exhale, hands through the heart center, frame your front foot, step back into plank pose. Knees come to the ground or chaturanga. Inhale, finding the back bend. Exhale, lifting the hips towards the sky. Taking 3 breaths here in downward facing dog. Feeling the beating of your heart. Feeling the breath. Gently bend the knees, look forwards, take a step or jump. As you inhale, lift through the heart. As you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, sit the hips down. Reach the arms up for Utkatasana chair pose. See if you can sit a little bit deeper. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to the sides. Option to close the eyes and breathe here. Bring your feet gently to hip distance apart and bring your hands onto your waist. Take an inhalation, elongate the spine, and as you exhale, fold down, bending the knees as you go. Peace fingers grab a hold of your big toes from underneath. Take an inhalation, extend the spine, knees can still be bent. As you exhale, folding down over the legs. Belly towards the thighs, shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here. Can you elongate the spine even more? Maybe the legs begin to straighten. 2 breaths. As you inhale, again lift the heart, look forwards. Exhale, hands onto the waist. As you inhale, rise up to standing using the strength of your back. Hands to the sides, take a breath. Crown of the head reaching up to the sky. Let's step that right foot back. Right foot turned out. Hips are open here. As you inhale, reach the arms out into a T shape. And we're going to find a flow. Front knee slightly bent here to avoid hyperextending. As you inhale, extend forwards, reaching towards the top of your mat. And then as you exhale, tip down to find the shin or the thigh. As you inhale again, reach up back towards the top of your T. Exhale here. Inhale, reaching forwards and tipping down. Take an exhalation. And as you inhale, rising back up, back into your T shape. And one last time. Inhale, find a little bit more length through the body and come down. Rising back up one last time. And this time we'll stay in our Trikonasana triangle. So inhaling, extending through the body. And as you exhale, hand to the shin, the big toe, or the thigh. Find extension through the arm, energy in your fingertips. How does it feel to look up towards the hands? Maybe it feels better to look down towards the ground. Feel the feet again pressing into the ground. Find those deep breaths or your Ujjayi pranayama. Last breath here. Inhale, slowly begin to rise back up into your T shape. Exhale, back hand reaches down your back leg. Reverse the Trikonasana, triangle person. Pose, take a breath. Exhalation, windmill the arms back into that open T shape. And then deeply bend into your front knee, finding warrior two pose. As you inhale, press the front foot into the floor, reach the arms up, extend the front leg, palms can touch. As you exhale, deep bend into that front knee, finding warrior two again. Two more times, breathing in. Oh, sorry. That's so weird. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Thanks for letting me know. All right, so finding your way back to your warrior two. We'll just find a flow here. So inhaling, pressing through the feet, reaching up through the arms. Exhaling, finding your way deeper into warrior two. Once more, breathing in and breathing out. Gaze can be over the front middle finger as you breathe here. For 3. Press the feet into the floor for 2. And 1. Gently allow the hands to come to your heart center. Turn to face forwards, back heel lifts your inner lunge pose. As you exhale, slowly lower that back knee to the ground. Take an inhalation into the chest. As you exhale, bring the right elbow over the left knee for a twist. Press the knee and the elbow together, hands draw towards the heart center. Option stay here or see if you can lift that back knee off of the ground. Your choice. If you have a bind, you can bind. Express the pose. How feels good to you this morning? Staying here for 3 more complete breaths. Really nice. Take an exhale, bring the back knee down if you lifted it. Inhale slowly brings you back to center. As you exhale, hands find the ground. And let's heel toe that front foot out to the side, coming into a lizard. So you can find some blocks here or some cushions if that feels good for you. And you have several options. So maybe you stay here lunging into that front knee with the hands on the ground. Or maybe it feels good to come down onto the elbows. Wherever you are, we'll take 5 long breaths, and I encourage you to close your eyes. Last breath in, last breath out. Take your time to come back into that lunge position, and we'll just step that left foot back here so we're in a kneeling position. And take an exhalation, sit your hips to your heels into a child's pose. Forehead to the ground, to a block or to your hands. Take this moment to find some stillness and let the whole body relax. Next inhalation, rounding through the spine. Step it back into plank pose. As you exhale, knees to the ground, chest through the arms. Take an inhalation to gently lift the chest, heart opens. And as you exhale, lifting the hips back into downward facing dog. 1 breath in and 1 breath out. Take a step or a jump to get to the front of your mat. As you inhale, heart lifts. As you exhale, fold over the legs. Let's inhale, rise up, reach up, option look up. Exhale, hands to the sides. Take a breath. So let's slowly step that left foot out behind us. Same thing as the other side. Finding our T shape at the top of our triangle pose. As you inhale, reach forwards. Bring the hand down towards the shin. And as you exhale, rise slowly back up. 2 more times like this, moving slowly with the breath. Maybe finding the pose a little bit deeper as you breathe. Checking in with the body. When you've done your 3, you can find Trikonasana and stay there for 5 breaths. Again, your gaze perhaps looks up or maybe down to the ground. Feel the energy in your fingertips as you breathe here. Last breath in. And last breath out. As you inhale, slowly rising back up into the top of your T shape. Exhale, reverse that Trikonasana. Reach down the back leg. Take a breath here into the side body. Then exhaling, slowly bending that front knee into warrior two pose. Maybe that front foot shuffles forwards a little bit. Then inhaling, reaching up, extending the front leg. And exhaling, bending deeper into the front knee. 2 more times, breathing in slowly. Breathing out. Last one. And this time we'll stay here, pressing the outside edge of the back foot into the floor, gazing gently over the front middle fingertips. And how can you stay present in this moment? One more breath in. As you exhale, hands to the heart center. Turn to face the front of your mat, back heel lifts. And then let's bring that back knee down to the ground. Toes tucked or untucked, your choice. Inhale into the heart space. As you exhale, knee and the elbow join. Find your twist. And again, you can really press the knee and the elbow here, hands drawing towards the heart center. Maybe that back knee lifts. Maybe you find a bind, but express the pose, how it feels good to you this morning. Three more breaths here. Last breath in. As you exhale, untwisting, let the hands find the earth. And this time, right foot shuffles out to the side of your mat to find your lunge. And again, you can stay here on the hands for your lizard lunge, maybe a cushion, a pillow, a book, or a block. And again, I encourage you to close the eyes. 5 complete breaths here. Last breath in. Last breath out. When you're ready, rise back onto your hands. And again, we'll step that right foot back so you're back into your kneeling position. So a couple of options now. You can either bring the forearms down to the ground and come with me into a dolphin pose, or if you have a headstand in your practice that you'd like to practice instead, then you're welcome to do that. If you don't want to invert today, you're welcome to just find a child's pose or any other pose that feels good to you right now. So we'll bring the forearms to the ground and grab the outside edge of the elbows to make sure that our forearms are shoulder distance apart. Press the palms of the hands down, tuck the toes, and then lift the hips towards the sky like in downward facing dog. Knees can be bent and look back towards your feet. We'll take 5 complete breaths here. Head is off of the ground. Breathing into the shoulders. 3 more breaths here. Last 2. And exhale, let's come down. If you're in a headstand, you can join us in a child's pose, wrapping the arms around the body and bringing the forehead to the ground. Completely rest the body, the shoulders, the jaw. One more breath here. When you're ready, gently press up into a seated position, just rolling yourself to the side and extending the legs. You can keep the knees bent here if you like. We'll take a breath in and reach the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, folding over the legs, finding your way into Paschimottanasana. Let's take an inhalation and lift through the spine. And then as you exhale, see if you can fold a little bit deeper into the body here. We'll take 8 complete breaths here. This is a great space to close your eyes, withdraw the senses, and just breathe with your body. Three more breaths like this. Slowly, gently rise up when you're ready. Find your way into your sit bones, hands underneath the knees. Last little bit of effort as you lift the knees up, feet off of the ground for Navasana. You can bring the hands to the sides of the legs. Let's stay here for 3, for 2, for 1. As you exhale, extend the legs. See if you can come down into your low boat. See if you can stay here for 3, for 2, and 1. Let it go. Come all the way down onto your back. Allow the body to melt into the floor. Let go of the breath. Finding your way into our final resting pose, Shavasana. softening the body, the muscles of the eyes, the face, allowing the entire body to melt down into the floor. And as the body relaxes, so too the breath. And the mind relaxes too, following the waves of each breath, like the tides and the waves of the ocean. you'd like to stay here, you're more than welcome to stay exactly where you are. If you're ready to move, gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Perhaps take a stretch. And in your own time, find your way back into the seat where we started class, full circle, with your eyes softly closed or your gaze soft. And just take this moment again to be with your breath. There is no breathing in the future or the past. There is only breathing right now. Take a mudra that you like, or bring your hands to your heart center in a gesture of gratitude for this practice, for your own body, and for anything else that you'd like to be thankful for this morning. We'll end this practice with one sounding of Om. So let's take an inhale to exhale. An inhale to chant Om. Thank you for joining me this morning. It was a pleasure to lead you through this practice. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you.